Hello and welcome along to this demonstration of Parents Booking's Wraparound module. We're going to kick off by using this as a parent first of all, and as you can see here on the login page, we've kept it really simple by simply offering Apple, Google and Microsoft to type single sign-ons, or at worst case scenario, the parent would have to type in their email address, whereupon we'll send them a magic link that they'll click on to log in. Here we are now logged into Parents Booking, and one of the great things about Parents Booking is that everything's in one place. So this school's currently offering parents' evenings and some events and some clubs, as well as the wraparounds that we're here to show you today. Everything's in one place, which makes it really easy for parents, but as you can see, we're going to book this wraparound club now. So Breakfast Club with extras is what I want to show you today. The calendar is great when you want to book ad hoc dates. So as you can see here, I'm picking different dates like this, cherry picking these across multiple months. However, if you want to book lots of dates, actually, oftentimes parents will find our other option, the pattern generator, is easier. So I'll click on the pattern generator here so I can show you that. As you can see, it's offering me all the different options that are available. So I'm going to click on the Tuesday and Thursday, and within those, there are actually multiple sessions available. Now, this is very common. Sometimes schools will offer free sessions. Sometimes for an after-school club, for example, there might be lots of options. So I'm going to pick the earlier and cheaper one and the more expensive one on different days, just to show you how that works. I'm going to click both my kids and press Generate Pattern. What happens now is I'm showing all the bookings I will be able to book over multiple months. I'm going to select all for all of these. And something else you can do with parents booking is schools can upsell things. For example, here I'm upselling a lunch and a snack, fruit, a tutor, a bus, whatever it is, you can offer it here. I'm going to use this Smart Select to add the snack to every single day and all my children, and you can see it's ticked up the whole way down. Now, when I go to pay, as you can see, it's showing me both the bookings that I've made and the extras I've added. And there's things in here, for example, a sibling discount that would update dynamically depending on what the rules have been set up by the school. Now, it will force the parents either to pay upfront, or I'm being offered now to pay in installments, but also there is sometimes the option for parents to be given the ability to pay later. So that's really good, where schools will cherry pick the parents who are allowed to maybe spend just vouchers, and they aren't expecting the parent to be paying much else up front. So that allows that parent to just book and, as I say, give the voucher later on. I'm going to pay upfront now, although the installments is really great as well because it lets the parent spread the cost out. They're still to pay it upfront and ahead of each month, but it means they're paying it in these installments. Now I'm just going to pop in this fake card here. And as you can see, it's offering not just card, but also Google Pay, and if you're on a device that supports it, Apple Pay as well. I'm just going to press pay now, and that's going to complete the payment, and it's going to show me a confirmation. Now, as well as receiving an email confirmation of this, also every Sunday, a parent is sent an email which tells them what's got coming for the week ahead, which is a really nice extra. Up here in my payments, it shows the parent everything they've ever booked and paid for in this transaction history. And if the parent has accrued any debt for any reason, whether that's being allowed to pay things later or maybe fines, late pickups, things like that, they can press make a payment and that will take them to the same payment page to make a payment. Okay, this is also where you pay your installments. Helpfully, if you click on one of these invoice numbers, like here, you're showing an invoice, which is really useful because parents sometimes need to be able to show or print or download these, especially if they're using things like universal credit. Moving on into the admin area now, as you can see, everything you've got set up is shown with its progress in terms of bookings and shortcuts. So if I click on options here, you can see how you can edit the rules. So that's actually payment rules. It'd be things like sibling discount, and also how you can send out invites to parents and how you can take an attendance or look at a list of bookings. So just to show you the managed attendance, as you can see here, if I select a date, I'm showing all of the bookings I've got on that day. You can see that it summarises each session you've got, so if you've got multiple sessions. Here I've got 3 coming at one time and 2 coming later, and it shows who's booked, any extras they've got, and you can also click on this contact in order to be showing contact information from the MIS, for example, if you need to contact the parent. Now over here you can see that I'm able to take the attendance and untake it really easily, and you can also mark people present really simply from here too. So this is great where you want to stop taking paper registers and want to have someone on the front door, perhaps taking the attendance via smartphone or tablet or laptop, something like that. Down here, we'll show you the finance section. This is going to show all the payments that the parents have paid. So like with the parent area, you can click on an invoice to see it. You can also search by parents. So I can type in a name and see all of their payments ever. It's easy to export this data if and when you need. But I think the most interesting part is the pay later settings. This is where you're able to choose which parents are allowed to pay later. So I mentioned earlier on that it might be you let some parents pay with vouchers, things like that. So that's all in there. And if I go to the debtors page, as you can see, it's showing all the parents who owe us some money. You can sort this by who owes the most and who's owed it the longest. And if you click on a parent, that will allow you to do things like add a charge, add a voucher, or add a credit. So if a parent does bring you universal credit vouchers or Eden Red, something like that, you'll be able to click on the parent's name and you'll be able to apply the voucher, which chips away at their debt. Okay. What we do is we monthly send one reminder of debt, but where parents have also got installments, we'll send other reminders to remind them of their due dates for those, so that parents are kept up to date and so you don't have to do the credit check-in. If a parent doesn't pay when they're meant to, you can invoke certain reactions. For example, you can stop them from being able to book anymore, or you can start to remove bookings weekly automatically as well. Okay, so we'll do all that for you. Hope this has been helpful.